Hello there, my name is Yaseen Rocca. I'm an Egyptian Scandinavian bilingual citizen. I'm fluent in Arabic, reading and writing and speaking, and this is my English. I have no political affiliations whatsoever, no official relationships with any political or religious organization or party. Nothing of that sort, whether in Egypt or outside Egypt. Just a simple citizen who follow a faith and support a political party, but I have no official relationships with any such parties. And this is enough of an introduction as far as this video is concerned. I just want to say a word about what you might be hearing about the events in Egypt from Egyptian liberals or generally a lot of English-speaking Egyptians that you might know or you might be following on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. I'd like to tell you that throughout the past 2 years, I have had literally dozens of debates and conversations with Egyptian liberals or a lot of English-speaking liberals generally who oppose the Muslim Brotherhood or Ikhwan or even oppose political Islam or so-called Islamists. And I strove to extract from them any evidence, any compelling evidence, any convincing logic that the Muslim Brotherhood really are demons or evil or terrorists or whatever else, And I can comfortably and confidently tell you that throughout the past 2 years, I have never been able to extract any compelling evidence from these people. All I heard was personal opinions and personal interpretations of political events and policies that occur in Egypt. Just subjective personal opinions. But there was never, literally never, compelling evidence or good logic behind any of the things that these people say about the Muslim Brotherhood and about political Islam in Egypt or Islamists or whatever you want to call them. And to give you a very quick example, because I don't want to make this video too long. The Constitution. There was a rumor going on that the Constitution is going to make the president, Dr. Mohammed Morsi, a dictator of some type. Or it's going to ensure that the Muslim Brotherhood stays in power forever. However, when asked about which exact article in the Constitution did any of this, none of those people were ever able to mention the article number or copy and paste the exact article that does that. Whenever asked about specifics, they were never really able to answer my questions. So with time, as I said, 24 long months so far, give or take, it was all about personal opinions and about feelings and emotions, what these people feel about a certain political party, about a new political party, or about an Islamic political party. And with all the Islamophobia in media, and even now it's Ikhwanophobia, or phobia against the Muslim Brotherhood, I think the media was very, very successful in pulling a lot of these people to the side of emotional hostility toward a specific party for whatever purposes. I don't know. I'm not sure what the agenda of people who control media in Egypt is. I mean, some people, they say that they're from the X regime, which is pretty much a military regime. I mean, most of the high positions there are from the military or ex-military men. They occupy a lot of the sensitive positions in the X regime. So the X regime or the military regime, I'm not sure what exactly their agenda is. A lot of people say they just want to get back in power, but the question remains, if that was the plan all along, then why didn't they use force at the very beginning of the revolution, the January 25th revolution? Of course, Ikhwanophobes, or people who vehemently refuse and hate the Muslim Brotherhood, tell you that, well, they did this just so that the people of Egypt would know the truth about Ikhwan, or the truth about the Muslim Brotherhood. But what truth are they talking about? Truth comes with logic, truth comes with evidence. And as I said, I've been trying to extract any evidence from these people for more than 2 years now. And I couldn't. I simply just couldn't. These Egyptian liberals may actually not be as Egyptian and Muslim as you might think they are, or as they might try to convince you that they are. I mean, I know that they talk a lot like they are moderate Muslims. But the question remains, if there is very, very little difference between them and you as a Christian, or you as an atheist even, then are they truly Muslim at all, whether moderate or not? The question remains. And even if you don't know much about Islam, you can judge this from any other religion. Think about Sikh people you might have seen. Think about Buddhists. Think about even Christians, or religious Jews. When you look at these people, religious Jews, religious Christians, religious Buddhists, religious Hindus, I'm willing to bet that you would see differences. You would see skin deep differences, superficial differences, and you would also see deeper differences. The way they think, the way they live their life, and so on and so forth. So by the same token, I would like you to think about these Egyptian liberals too. Are they truly Muslim, whether moderately or not? And when I say are they truly Muslim, I'm not questioning their belief system. Of course, they might believe in one God, they might believe in Muhammad as a prophet, and so on and so forth. But what I'm asking is, are they Muslim in their life? Are they living the Muslim way of life? Do they actually care about Islam enough to live Islam? Just like a religious Jew cares about Judaism enough to live Judaism. Like a religious Christian or an Orthodox Christian cares about Christianity enough to live Christianity. And I'm not here to judge any religions. All I'm saying is, religious people usually show you that they are living their own religion, even if they're moderate. I'm willing to bet that you could meet a lot of moderate. I've met moderate Jews in the UK, in England. I've met moderate Christians also in England. They're very nice people and very friendly. But I can tell that they are religious, that they still stick to a lot of the principles of their own religion. And they are moderate. I mean, we agree on quite a few things and so on. So, as I said, when an Egyptian, or any Arab for that matter, tells you that they are a moderate Muslim, I would like you to take that with a pinch of salt and think about it very carefully. And ask yourself, are they really who they think they are? Because that may not really be the case. Why am I telling you this? Because if these people are not exactly living Islam, then there is a very good chance that when a Muslim comes along and tells them that I would like to live according to Islam, I would like to live Islam, I would like my country to be run by Islamic rules or by Islamic law, these Egyptian liberals who sell themselves as moderate Muslims may actually find a bit of a clash there, may actually not exactly like the sound of that. Because, as I said, they might not exactly be living Islam. So if the majority around them starts to live Islam, that might make them feel just a little bit uncomfortable, It's a new thing, it's a new life, it sounds dangerous, man. I mean, is this gonna be over strict? Are you gonna judge me, I don't want to live like that, I don't want to stop, for example, playing musical instruments like some of those scholars among you say. And I'm not saying that that's what Islam says. It's just that the issue is, just like anything else in life, Islam has differences of opinion. Some scholars say this is acceptable, and other scholars say no, this is not acceptable. And Islamophobic media loves to take whatever side would be unattractive, whatever side would be repulsive to the West, for example, or repulsive to the viewer. So, for example, if Islam has both sides, a group of scholars that say that musical instruments are fine, there's nothing wrong with it as long as you're not doing something wrong, or you're not saying or singing something wrong. Whereas other scholars, more strict or orthodox scholars, so to speak, would say no, musical instruments are forbidden and you have to only use your voice to sing or to deliver a musical message. Islamophobic media and those Egyptian liberals would love to really focus on those guys, on the orthodox or over strict guys, completely ignoring that there are a lot of scholars there that are completely fine with musical instruments. And similarly, just like they focus on this when they talk or when they propagate news, they also focus on these things when they criticize or when they try to resist whatever changes are coming, whatever new thing is coming, they try to resist it. So, as I was saying, this whole political Islam thing, it sounds a bit dangerous to them. sounds worrying, you know. Are you gonna judge me? Are you gonna force anything on me? Are you gonna change my way of life? And that's where phobia comes from. That's where Islamophobia might come from, or Islamophobia specifically related to political Islam, or that's where Ikhwanophobia would come from, or phobia from the Muslim Brotherhood. So I would like you to consider all these things that I shared with you, all these ideas. Think about them very carefully. And next time you talk to an Egyptian liberal who insists that they are moderate Muslims and that everyone else is extremist or, you know, too orthodox or whatever, I would like you to, as I said, take that with a pinch of salt and not really buy into it readily, because the truth might not exactly be that way. I hope that with the ideas that I introduced, you are armed with some solid material to build your own opinion about what is really happening in Egypt today. And at the same time, I hope that I've armed you with compelling ideas to resist any brainwashing that might be coming either from the media or from Egyptian friends that you know yourself or that you follow on Twitter. I would really hope that you're going to take this information I shared with you and use it to balance your view of what is really going on, so that you don't take sides blindly and that you don't believe people that you've known for years or for months and they seem like very nice people, but they themselves might be victims of Islamophobic or Ikhwanophobic media. So I'm not saying that all of them are intentionally demonizing the Muslim Brotherhood, but what I'm saying is that a lot of them might have actually already been brainwashed or completely convinced because of the media, because of the repetition of propaganda. They might have reached a point where they are today completely convinced, absorbed with the idea that the MB, Muslim Brotherhood, Ikhwan, are a bunch of demons. But the question remains, can a bunch of demons, terrorists, receive more than 50% of the votes in the parliament? Because that's what happened. Can a presidential candidate from those people, from those alleged demons and terrorists, be elected by 52% of the Egyptian population? I'll leave that for you to think about and the ideas I shared earlier. If you like this video, please give thumbs up and subscribe, and I would love to read your comments, and I'll strive to answer any questions if you write them as comments. Thank you for watching. I am Yaseen Rocca. You can find my Facebook and Twitter links in the About section. Say something in a comment, and I love it when you subscribe, like, and share. Thank you.